delicious.
All right, guys. Welcome back to episode 7 of Arroz con Leche. We are joined today by a special guest, Mr. Just Another Day himself, Marques Jackson. Marques, say what's up.
What's up, man? I'm in a building. You know what it is. Just another day. Let's talk more action. That's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to sip this yak.
So, as you guys can see in the video, if you're watching, we got some Just Another Day spring line right here ahead of us, which is going to be up for sale soon. When's it going to be for sale?
It's up for sale right now. I did it for today. I was going to wait till the weekend, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going on a show. Might as well get this dough. Thank you.
It's a good place to put it out.
There you go.
Smart advertising.
So go now.
Free advertising.
So, so we're just going to start off with some simple things. I'm sorry, I almost didn't introduce my co-host, Mr. Andrew Gunst over there, and our video guru, our resident video guru, Craig Bellucci.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, guys, we're going to start out talking a little bit about Keith and his life. But first, I just wanted to do a little obviously yesterday we lost Nipsey Hussle to street violence.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And it's just ridiculous. So obviously, we want to rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. If you never listened to him, it's all good. Just know he was a good dude onto the right path. And again, if you didn't listen to him, go listen to him. You'll hear some real shit. I'm gonna start out just because the other day I was watching you on your Instagram story. Now, anybody that's from our neighborhood, from our area, knows about the Twitter myth of Fresh Cut Miz. And you know about Fresh Cut Miz, right? Fresh Cut Miz, he's unstoppable. He gets a haircut, it's over.
It's over.
But someone had an issue with that.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Just Another Day said, how dare they talk about Fresh Cut Miz?
I did. And when I stepped at that barbershop and that light was hitting me and them waves was spinning like I was in a tsunami, I said to myself, Miz got to calm down. Like, you know, you get your little haircut, you get your little mustache and your little beard shaped up, you come out thinking you a snap. But when I'm on the scene with this Just Another Day merchandise on, it's a difference. And then, I don't even got to talk, man. If y'all got, follow me on Instagram, Kiso4, and be sure to follow the Just Another Day page, Just Another Day Inc. Thank you.
Shots fired.
Shameless plugs.
Shameless plug.
Well, we're gonna do them again.
Again
too.
at the end,
we are
right?
Gonna do 'em
Yeah.
again.
Plenty of those.
So so Mr. Just Another Day. I guess I'll start out with something a little relevant for that. Is there a Mrs. Just Another Day?
At the moment, I'm currently single. I'm looking, but you know what I mean? I'm in no rush. My main focus and my main priority is my business. I'm looking for me a nice little young lady that's going to come in and help me build. I don't want to rush into no relationships, you know. The time is coming when I want a baby just another day, but we ain't going to talk about that right now.
Okay.
But, we ain't going to talk about that
Think
right
about
now.
the future, huh?
The future, yes, because the kids are the future.
Why don't you tell them how long has Just Another Day been around?
Just Another Day has been around since 2015. And a lot of people don't realize where Just Another Day came from, but I don't know if you're going to get into that, but you want me to get them right now?
I would rather the story come from your mouth anyway.
Okay.
Sure.
So a lot of people, when they notice Just Another Day, they seen it on as a T-shirt, on the clothing, on a hat, but they fail to realize that Just Another Day came from a web series. A few years ago, back in 2015, I was working as a custodian at Bridgewater High School. Long story short, I got my boy Joe a job there. Dunked the basketball, shattered the backboard. Shattered it, just shattered it.
Is that true?
That's
You never saw the video?
No.
That's very true.
What's
I
funny?
heard you're doing skits, and
What's
everyone
funny?
keeps telling me that you got to bring them back.
That video came out twice.
Okay.
Once when he just did it, he broke the backboard and everything, and everyone saw it, and then he used it, which is ingenious. He used it in the web series as a driving point for the. It drove the whole series, right?
That was for the web series.
Yeah.
That's for the web series. So, you know, me and Loon, shout out to my brother, Loon, Fat Life, Thomas, whatever y'all call him. Without him, Just Another Day would be nothing. But after I lost my job, I actually reached out to him. Loon was into the videography and stuff, and I was like, yo, dog, I don't know what to do. I was stressing.
Is that what they did to you, though? They fired you
They
immediately?
fired me. They didn't fire me on the spot. But, you know, me being the idiot that I was when I was 21, 22.
All of us, right?
I forgot Bridgewater had cameras. So when I went to see my supervisor, I'm like,
How'd you forget that?
yo, I don't.
So you said
Come
you didn't
on,
do
Zach.
it?
Yo, I said no. I said I did it, but I said I was coming down on the scissor lift, and the scissor lift caught the rim, and it pulled it down and it shattered. It was like,
Did they
okay.
show you the video while you were
Let
saying
me
it?
tell you. That happened. Let me tell you. That happened on Monday. I come into work on Wednesday like nothing happened. called me in the office, Marques. You know, unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go. We want to know, like, why did you lie? I was looking like a deer in headlights. I'm like,
Yo.
like what?
Whoops.
What is there for me to say? Like, I was scared. I didn't want to lose my job at the time. I had just got like my first car on my own. I had like a 2011 Toyota Camry, and I was hyped. I had a job. Everything was going good, and then, in like a blink of an eye, I lost my job. I didn't know what to do, and like I said before, like that's when I reached out to Moon. I was like, bro, like, what should we do? I was like, yo, we should do a web series. Both agreed on it. Next thing you know, we started writing ideas down. I was like, yo, I got it. I was like, the perfect plot for this whole web series would be me dunking that basketball, breaking the backboard, and losing my job. We're going to use that to drive the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, reaching out to a couple of friends and improv, Just Another Day was born.
That's how it happens.
I thought
It's crazy.
the fact that you got Vern on it. Yo, that was crazy. I worked with Vern.
Shout out to Vern.
When I worked for Somerville schools, I worked with Vern.
Me too.
And it's hilarious
Vern
to have him acting out there.
You know what's crazy? Vern did everything you see on Just Another Day in one take. We put the camera on. We told Vern. It was improv. We didn't give him no lines. We just said, Vern, you're firing me. I lost my job. I broke the backboard. That take that you see on Just Another Day, one take Drake.
Damn.
Ate it like a piece of cake.
So Vern's out there. He got some kind of history.
Yes.
He been doing something on the low. You don't just
Yes.
come in natural like
You don't
that.
come in natural and don't stutter, don't sweat, no nothing. You see him on the wall looking like a natural.
Yo,
Hey, Keith.
for real. Yo.
He blew my mind.
Yo, Vern don't even act like that neither. Vern he was the quietest. Like
Stick
he
to
was to himself.
Yep.
Like so, when I saw him on that, I was dying just to see that. So, real quick. So, what's now? Obviously, it was the web series,
Yes.
and it branched out into the clothing brand.
Yes.
What is there a step back to not step back, but are we going to go back to doing some of the web stuff? Are you going forward into doing more things? What's the goal? What's the plan and the direction of Just Another Day?
Honestly, the plan for Just Another Day, I want to have a whole umbrella of things. You know, it started off as a web series. It developed into the clothing line. Farther down the line, I don't want to tell y'all right now, but y'all just gonna see what it's going, develop into. But for right now, I'm focused mainly on the clothing because I feel like, a lot of people, heard about Just Another Day or saw it because of the clothing, not because of the web series. So I'm gonna take a step back, let everything grow, and like a little sand, like a little plant, put some seed down, let the little clothes take off, and then when Just Another Day gets more of a buzz, I want to hit them with a Just Another Day 2.
Nice. A whole series.
We're gonna hit them with a whole series, Just Another Day 2. And
Nice.
I don't know, I was thinking about it one day. I'm like, do I really want to get into it? How I lost a job, then I got a new job, and then later on I was like, I started doing clothing, or do I want to hit them with some comedy?
Well, I mean, that wasn't a question, but what I will say, is that just, obviously, like I'm gonna keep saying, growing up around this area and stuff like that, you were one of the more naturally humorous people that I know and that everyone knows. And I'm pretty sure most people would say, like, who's the funniest person you know? And you would be one of the top names said all the time.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
So I would definitely say comedy.
Of course.
I think you could do it all. I don't think that there is a limit. I think you
Okay.
could do it all in one.
Thank you.
So just throwing it out there.
Bring back the skits.
Bring
Yo,
Bring
the
them back.
And a lot of people keep telling me, it's like, yo, Keith, like, what's going on? Like, I haven't seen no skits in a while. I'm like, my baby. This is my focus. Like, I'm going to get back into it. But, like, trust me, like, me and my boys, we always come up with ideas. We jot ideas down, and we was like, yo, we got to do this. We got to do that. But, everybody's, like, adults now. So, trying to get everybody on the
hard.
same page. And
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to meet up this day. That day comes, now they got a family emergency.
Yep.
You got to respect it.
Yep.
So, when we find time to squeeze it in, we're going to make it happen, Captain.
That's what's up, man. So just I guess to keep along the theme, obviously, Just Another Day is very heavy in the 908.
Heavy.
Very heavy in our groups. But you did a little stint out in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
So what was going on with that?
Yeah, what's crazy? Again, I lost a job, which was the push behind me going down to Atlanta.
Sometimes you need
You
that.
should
Sometimes
lose more
it-
jobs.
I should. Because good things come out of that. Good things come out of me losing a job. But I lost the job. I was actually working out at First Choice over in Hillsboro. Had a little dispute with the owner's son, and it was heavy.
Yeah.
It was heavy. I was disrespected to a level that I've never been disrespected working at a job in my life.
Mm.
It happened. Next thing you know, I was talking about taking on the court. I don't want to get too into details because it was a little harsh.
It was messy.
But yeah, it was real messy. So I was talking to my bro Cam. Shout out to my bro Cam down in Atlanta. I was talking to him about it. He was like, "Yo, come down to Atlanta. Come down to Atlanta." My brother also lives in Atlanta, so I'm like, "What is there to lose?
Easy, right?
What is there to lose?" So I ended up packing up my car one day, and I was like, "I'm going to Atlanta." Cam, he gave me an opportunity. Him and his wife gave me an opportunity to come down there. Got a nice 3-bedroom house. Moved in with them. I gave it a month. I literally gave it a month. I should have given it more time because once I came home, I was getting calls about jobs down there. But I went down there. I gave it a shot. I couldn't find a job, but I did have the opportunity to go to a business mixer downtown in Atlanta, and I had one of the best times of my life. Branched out, met a lot of connections, whether they were artists, actors, entrepreneurs, realtors. It was it was a great opportunity. I was like a tadpole compared to these people, but you know, it felt good to branch out, hand out business cards, got people following me on social media, and I'm like, that's a dope feeling.
Yeah.
But if I would have given it more time, ain't no telling where I would be.
Yeah.
But I am glad that I came back home because he's just another day salesman skyrocketing. So I ain't even mad.
Well,
we almost lost him. We almost
to
lost him.
Atlanta.
To
Right?
Atlanta.
Almost lost him.
Yeah. Well, you know, obviously up here, everybody loves to support and stuff like that, and they want to be a part of it. You know, that's the difference. A lot of people wait for people to pop before they start to be a part of stuff.
True.
I think out here,
True.
we have a good culture of, oh, you're trying to do something?
Support.
I'm with you. And then from there, we move. And obviously, you know, there's always the people that aren't like that, but you just take a note. Yeah, okay, yep, you weren't there, you weren't there, you weren't there. And then when shit pops, and those people, they're left back.
And then they blow up and they leave everyone that they went up with in the dust.
There's
Do
no
we-
way.
do we know people like
There's
that?
no way we're doing 3 episodes in a row with that scumbag's name. But
don't say
No
nothing.
one's-
No, we're
All
not.
right.
No
we're
one
not.
said
but
the name.
have you always had a passion for clothing and fashion?
Yo, I kid you not, I never imagined I'll be doing what I'm doing right now with Just Another Day. And I tell people to this day, they was like, did you ever see yourself getting clothing and fashion? Hell no.
Nah.
But to be honest with you, I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing.
Everything
know,
happens for a reason, right?
Everything happens for a reason. I feel
Yep,
like, you know,
yep.
this was God's plan.
For real, though.
I do have one more Atlanta question for you.
What's up with it?
Only because I've heard some rumors.
Uh-oh.
Not about you.
Let me
So-
sip this wine. Hold up.
So yeah, you go
About
ahead, you go
Mrs.
ahead.
Just Another Day?
No. Well, it would be Mr. or Mrs. Whatever they choose to be another day. What I heard from another mutual friend, Mr. Willie Watts, was that the Tinder swipes in Atlanta were one of the most dangerous things to ever do. They said that when you swiping left on the baddest chick,
Ooh.
you're swiping
right on the
you're swiping.
baddest dick.
Yeah. That's what they say. What was it? Was it like
Really?
that out
It's
there? I heard per
It's
capita.
little Thailand over there.
God.
Oh
See?
no, that's a whole different story. Thailand's a whole other thing. But yeah, is it like that out there?
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. You know, I was lonely down there.
Don't even.
I'm on
Interesting
Tinder.
start.
I'm just swiping. I'm swiping.
Yeah.
But it's something that you got to check. Let me read this bio. I mean,
You need that TS down there.
you know, no doubt. I don't have nothing against anybody that's
Nah,
transgender. You know,
Just be
I
upfront.
support it 100%.
Yeah.
But it's just like when I'm down there, that's the first thought on my mind. Like, what if I match with this girl and she got what I got?
Yeah.
Now we got a problem. But I did see some good things on Tinder when I was down there in Atlanta. But you got to be cautious, and not like the STD rate down there is
Crazy.
crazy.
Really?
Yep.
Yo,
Is that bad?
God, I think it might be #1 in.
Worse than
the US.
Rutgers? 1 out of every 4 girls?
Shit, it
Nah,
might-
this is like serious.
Yeah.
STDs.
Yeah.
This ain't no.
you might even look at it and catch something.
Yeah.
Get me out of Atlanta, then.
I always say we definitely live in a time where if a girl is really, 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 really bad, there's something
chance.
wrong.
Something wrong.
And it's like, wow, you're perfect. Why are you perfect? And you keep scrolling, and you're like,
She got AIDS.
nah, something's. Well, AIDS would be that's a whole nother issue, right?
Shitty personality, one of them.
It's something.
Well,
She
shitty
can't be
person.
perfect.
Well, out there, they're tucking back like Buffalo Bill. I don't know if you ever seen Silence of the Lambs. It's not
Speaking
bad.
of HIV, though, and AIDS, how about Dr. Sebi? So he's got the cure?
Oh my gosh.
well, that Dr.
Sebi?
Sebi is a whole.
Sebi?
That's a whole nother thing. Like Dr. Sebi is. I don't even want to get into that.
Pretty crazy.
Dr.
Not
Sebi
today.
is its own thing to talk about, and it deserves its own. Like,
R.I.P.
part.
Nipsey.
Yeah. So just a couple more questions in this little interview portion because I think There's other things that people want to know about your journey.
Okay.
And what takes you to where you go. And one of those things for me in just watching you grow and develop is the people you keep around you.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that obviously we know that your mom and Scooter.
Oh, man. Shout out to my woo, 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 woo. I love my Woody.
We know they're huge parts of your life, and they set a good example for you.
Yes, yes.
And I see you pushing that forward because I see you always supporting your little cousins.
Oh, my God. Love
I remember
It's
one
huge.
time you said something about, like, you're not a rapper, but we were talking about rapping, and you said that I would never want to put something out that I can't have my whole family listen to.
Oh, yes.
It's a great.
And so you come with a real level head and a real good place of family, community. Obviously, like I said, that comes back to
Big.
the culture around here and
Yep.
stuff like that. But it's the right people in the right place. So would you say that, I know I named a bunch of people and stuff like that. Who is your inspiration? Who makes you do what you do?
My family. At the end of the day, my whole motivation is my family because without them, I wouldn't be who I am. Unfortunately, when I was younger, 2006, I lost my grandmother and my uncle over a 3-day period. Dominated me. And I was in 8th grade, dominated me.
That's tough.
I lost my uncle on January 15th. Then I lost my grandmother on January 18th. I'm like, yo, you know how hard that is for a 14-year-old kid in 8th grade? And I lived with them.
Really?
I lived with my grandmother and we lived next door to my uncle.
Damn.
Yep.
I woke up one day, my uncle was gone. I woke up the next day, my grandmother was gone.
Were they even able to have the funeral before the other one passed?
You know what's crazy? No.
That's crazy.
No.
man.
It was like, I wish I could remember the exact time, the day that they passed away, but I think we had their funerals back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back. And
It's
you know
just
what?
crazy. You never know in life, you know.
It was up until college, I was still grieving. Like that bothered me through high school for
Yeah.
me lying to get out of football practice. It was
Right.
like, yo,
Yeah.
you don't know what that does to a kid.
For sure.
Like it destroyed me on the inside. So like now I kind of turned it like did a whole complete 180. It was like now I'm gonna use that as my motivation. Like I know they're
Smart.
looking down on me.
Yep.
They looking at the young, well, I wouldn't say young, the adult that I've grown up to be, the entrepreneur that I'm continuing to be. And like you said, I'm real big on my mom, Scooter, my family in general, my little cousins, because like growing up, I didn't really have that role model.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not give my cousins
It's dope.
that role model?
Yeah.
I want them to look up to me. I want them to listen to my music without N-word this,
Yep.
mother that.
being a
It was
role
like,
model.
you know what I mean? I want them to listen to my music and be like, yo, that's my cousin. I've had kids come up to me thinking that I was famous because they see my video on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know
believe it.
how wonderful
believe
that
it.
makes me feel?
Yeah, that's
Gotta be.
awesome.
I had a kid's mom come up to me while I was in Walmart like, my son's too shy to come up to you, but he wants to meet you.
That's awesome.
That is
I wanted to
awesome.
cry.
Right?
I said, me? This little kid from Somerville? Drake? I'm like, yo.
Can you believe though that some people get so in their heads that like they end up hating that, and it's just a burden to have people come up and like basically just say we love you, you know?
I don't know. I don't know why somebody would hate that.
It's terrible to me.
Especially when you're doing something positive.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's like, me personally, I know there's no negativity around my name,
Yeah.
around my image, everything that I'm
'Cause you
trying
built
to
a
do.
good
it's
reputation, though.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's like, when you build up like that rap and that fan base of kids looking up to you, is like, what do I look like just being negative? Now these kids thinking that's cool. You want to give the younger generation, the kids, someone to look up to so they can be like, yo, I want to be like that when I grow
Right.
up.
And when you die, I mean, I've always said I want people to be like, that dude was awesome, man. You know, like that was a good dude. Like, damn, it's a shame. Like, what's so cool about being the guy who everyone's like, that guy was an asshole. Fuck him. Yeah, he was cool. He made some money, but he was an asshole.
Trash.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Trash.
You know, it's sad.
But that's the whole point. You build. That's why building a brand and building yourself are very similar.
For sure.
You got to make sure you got the right ingredients. You got to make sure you put out the right stuff, and you got to make sure that you receive the right stuff.
Of
Because
course.
if you
Yes,
take in the wrong stuff, it's gonna mess you up.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, that's awesome, bro. I obviously we're all rooting for you.
Absolutely.
And
We
appreciate it.
we
and
honestly
have been.
need more role models like that out
Absolutely. I think it's exactly someone that's as personable as you, funny and everything, to do it in a way that takes into account the youth, the family,
Everything.
and everything like that is something that we don't see a lot of. But when we do,
there. Special.
we appreciate it. Like,
Thank you.
put it like when you see the top level of that. What's the top level of that? I would say it was like a Will Smith, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Close
That's the
to
top
that.
level.
It's a solid. Yeah.
So to say that you're in.
So what are you trying to say? He's a campaigner?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We gotta check the personality
We,
test.
yeah.
to the
So we're
personality
gonna
test.
do a new thing, right? With
Did
the
they?
Eventually,
every guest is gonna have to take a personality test.
Y'all should have started it with
We
me.
should have.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should have.
Drew,
we weren't
Drew
thinking
wanted
too
to
far.
literally just make you feel bad.
You know,
about it.
you know how I do. I'm always ruining ideas for the future.
No, but yeah, man, that's awesome. We'll definitely. I mean, we'll do it for fun.
Now I wonder what he is.
Yeah, we'll check it out. It would
You
be.
might
Interesting.
be with your boy over here,
But, like-
campaigner, champion vibe.
Oh,
But yeah,
no.
man. That,
Oh,
Throws in the champion. It
you gotta.
That-
can't just be a campaigner.
that Will
They
Smith.
call us the champions.
That Will Smith. Is Will Smith the campaigner?
Will Smith is a campaigner.
Well, there you
Will
go.
Smith and Tom Brady. I'll take them.
So yeah, the Will Smith one, but that goes well with my thing. So we'll check it out. If he
Tom
is a
Brady.
campaigner, that will be interesting. But yeah, so we're gonna take a quick little break. I like how that whole
need some more
little
wine.
section went. We'll get a refill on Drew's wine. We'll let Drew get a little. We'll let Keith get a little further on that Martell over there since he's double. He's going with the 2 drinks right now.
2 cups.
2 cups. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna have a little fun, and we're gonna play a couple games. So yeah, see you soon. Well, guys, like I promised, we are back. So, like you already know, we are here with Mr. Just Another Day himself, Marques Jackson.
I'm here.
And in celebration of the Mr. Just Another Day, we are going to play a little game that we have titled, not to repeat it 1,000 times, the Mr. game. So here's basically what's going to happen, is we are going to give clues to Marques about famous misters. And Marques is going to have to try to guess who those famous misters are. Let's see if he deserves to be in the same light as them.
Wow.
Let's get it.
Pressure.
Also, if he gets under 50%, we get free merchandise for life, right?
For life, he said.
For life.
For life. I don't think he will get under 50. I think he'll do pretty good on this.
Nah,
So
that should be easy.
we'll see. Drew, you go first,
I'm
actually.
going to start you off with an easy one. All right? All right. I'm Dr. Jekyll's alter ego. Come on, man.
Plead the 5th, man.
Really?
Yes. I don't know who that is. Do it again. Say it again.
Dr. Jekyll's alter ego?
Dr. Jekyll and
You know that.
I'm dumb as hell. I'm telling you. I
No,
don't
you know this one.
I probably
It's like
do.
a common saying everyone's.
It's in a lot of like shows, movies, TV.
You got. I got 2 sides. One's my good side. One's my bad side.
Let's give me the answer to the first one. I got to get warmed
All right,
up.
Mr. High. So
Mr.
Jekyll and
Hyde.
Mr. Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
You know that.
Now I feel dumb.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Come
that
on,
should have been
man.
an easy
You
one.
had to warm up. You had
I
to
thought
know.
I was
you
giving
dumb
you
that
an
I'm
easy
dumb
one.
dumb.
Was I not giving him an easy one?
No,
That was
that was good. That was good.
All right, my bad, y'all.
It's all right.
But so you
good.
get it. So
You
every
good.
answer is gonna be a Mr. something.
If I would have known this, I wouldn't have been drinking.
I think
Y'all about to embarrass me on here.
Nah, it's judgment free zone.
I bet you
Arroz
get this
con
next
leche.
one. Go ahead, Craig. Give him one.
All right. Won't you be my neighbor?
Come on.
It's a beautiful
Mr.
day.
Rogers.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go. 1 for 2. 1
Stop
for 2.
playing with me. I'm here.
1 for 2. Who you got, Nick?
All right, ready? This Mr. He pities the fool.
Mr. T.
So you just needed that first one out of the way. Now you're
Yeah,
good.
it
You
was
got
like,
it out
you know what I
the
mean? It was
way.
like that first answer on the test, and they kind of nervous. Scantron.
All right, so we're gonna keep it easier, and then we're gonna constantly get it harder. At least from my end. All right, I taught Corey and Topanga.
Ooh.
I don't even know that teacher's name. I know what he looked like with that work. He had glasses.
On the other side of the fence.
I don't know.
Think of his brother calling out.
I was
He would
Corey's
yell
neighbor.
His name. Corey's brother would
And all,
yell his name.
it was just like this over the fence.
Yep. No.
No,
You're
that's
thinking of
Home
Tim Allen
Improvement.
and Home
Oh,
Improvement.
damn.
Okay, how about if someone... Nah, that was a bad clue. If someone's addicted to drugs, usually they say they're like, you're a crack.
He's
This.
not gonna get it for that though.
I was trying to get
Boy
him on
Meets
the-
World. You know Boy Meets World?
Rhymes,
Yes.
Okay.
rhymes with weenie.
Right.
Genie?
Mr. Feeney, come on,
Ah,
man.
I didn't watch Boy Meets
You
World.
just said yeah.
They do say drag.
Mr. fucking Feeney.
I was
No.
trying to get crack.
Drew
fiend.
gonna give me the hardest one, bro.
That's what I
Drew
was-
will give you
Drew's
that.
gonna destroy my image.
I'm
yo.
trying to stump you. They're not. I'm playing.
Touche,
Uh,
touche.
I'm 0 for 0.
I thought-
I'm
I
0 for
thought-
2 with Drew.
I thought
Oh,
Mr.
yeah,
Hyde
yeah.
was easy. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, well.
I don't know.
No?
It's all good. It's all
It's
good.
the warm up. It's the warm
All right,
up.
all
It's
right.
the warm up.
I still got 5 more. You're good.
let me start by asking you a simple question. Did you watch WWF, WWE growing up like Abe did?
Not like Avon Jordan, man, but
Do you know a wrestler named Mankind?
that big ass motherfucker.
You remember him? He wore something on his hand.
A glove.
Kind of. But
Where's
it was
Abe?
Like
We
an
need
alternate-
Abe.
There's no shot. There's
an
not.
alternate of a glove. You wear it on your foot as well.
Why y'all doing this?
What
to
you
me?
put on before you put on your shoes?
Socks.
Right. You remember Mankind's weapon?
The puppet.
Yeah, what was it?
It was a sock puppet. But you remember his name?
Kermit. Come on, man. Why y'all doing me like
Give
this?
it to him. Give it to him.
Mr. Sacco. Come
Mr.
on, man.
Sacco.
That was a hard one.
That
That's a hard
was.
one.
That
was.
That's
I
a
wanted
hard
to
one.
get it out of the way. Cause
I know
didn't think-
Abe would have got that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
think
what
he
I
watched
said.
wrestling like that.
Yo, can I call him in? Nah.
We should let him
phone
phone
a
a
friend.
He's
phone
on,
a friend.
he's
out,
on his
too.
way.
All right.
He is
Phone
on
a
his
on
way.
his
friend.
Big Abe in the spot. Y'all in trouble.
Okay, I'll give you a easy one. I guess that's been said already, but
It has been.
I think this will be easier. Domo arigato.
I like Spanish, remember? But y'all about to stump me talking Spanish.
That's
Come
not
on.
Spanish.
What is that?
Like
Domo arigato.
Japanese.
It's a song. Think of the song.
Damn, that's not Spanish?
Nah.
Y'all gonna really embarrass me on this episode. Y'all gonna embarrass me.
All right, I'm gonna sing it for you. I'm gonna just Domo arigato, Mister. It rhymes.
Look at her.
Roboto.
Yeah, there we go,
There you go.
Mr. Robato.
All right.
All
That's
right.
good. My Japanese is so good.
That was
He
Japanese?
thinks it's Spanish.
Spanish lady. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought that was Spanish. Hola, mamacita.
Come on, don't. He's single, ladies.
I know.
Don't play him.
I know.
Go ahead, Drew.
All right. I'm gonna try to give you another easy
Here
one.
he go with his shit.
This one I thought would be the easiest one. All right. I get rid of dirt. I'm a white bald guy.
Come on. Mr. Clean.
There you go.
There we go.
There you
Come
go.
on. I'm 1 for 3
There
with
you
Drew.
go. There you go.
One for
There
three.
you go.
Let me ask you a question. Did he have to give you
I'm
that
a
White-
white
There
guy.
was a white bald guy.
Oh, nah.
The second he said cleans dirt.
Good.
We use him at the crib.
Okay, good.
We use him at the crib, so we good. I already got that one.
I should have went with him first.
Yeah, then I would have
My
felt a little
bad.
confident if you
My
did
bad.
that. You gonna hit me with the come on, son.
One
Craig,
for three.
I'm gonna tell you
though.
right
I'm
now.
a little
Craig's got some
worried
tough
about-
ones.
yeah,
Craig's got some tough
They
ones.
assigned these to
No,
me. by
well,
the way.
first
I
of
did
all-
not choose these.
To be fair, some of them I was like, ooh, those are rough.
You
And
see how y'all doing me?
So
we thought that we had to give you something to get wrong, so you weren't perfect. But
I'm trying to get that free
it's
merch.
backfired.
I'm trying to get that free merch.
Hell yeah.
um,
There's a method to this madness.
there was a song. There was a song back in the day,
Oof.
sang by some ladies, and they asked this mister to bring them a dream.
Say that again, Craig. I just want to
or
hear you
sing it again.
They said, Mister, bring me a dream.
Oh, I'm about to go to the beach. That's Mr. Sandman.
Hey, okay.
Nice, nice.
We at Seaside.
Who's next? All right.
What you got?
I got some easier ones, I guess. All right. This one is a bootleg ass Dr. Pepper.
Give me some hints.
It's a bootleg Dr. Pepper.
I'll tell you,
He didn't even get his doctorate.
it starts with Mister.
He's just a mister.
Craig.
No, and it's usually in the South, isn't it? It's more
Oh, I seen
in the
it.
South. They
Yeah,
have
I
it
seen
more.
it every- I
It's
think they
out
got it
here.
at KFC.
It's out you.
It's out here.
A lot of machines.
Come on, what's his name? You're like, that ain't Dr. Pepper. That's Mr.
That's a layup. Come on.
It's tough. If you don't know,
All right,
if you
all
don't,
right. No, yeah, I don't know how. I don't know
That's
how
it.
else to give this.
Yo, nah, y'all, give me another
I
hint.
rhyme
Come on.
with fib.
This is a tough.
yeah, it rhymes with fib.
Mr. Jibs.
Yo.
What kind of soda you ever had called Mr. Jibs?
I don't even know. That's that bootleg.
It is bootleg.
Hold on, nah, give me. Come on, I'm trying to get this. Y'all not about to do this to me.
You just
again.
got the rhyming word.
Say it.
Jib.
Mr.
Pass.
Mr. Pibb.
Come on. You
What
don't
the
know
hell
that
is
soda?
that?
Dog,
You don't know Mr.
seen
Pibb?
Mr. Pibb. I guarantee you've seen Mr. Pibb.
We gonna Google that after
Yeah,
this
no,
episode.
you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, that."
We gonna Google that after this episode. We going to Drew. Come on.
Mr. Pibb.
Hold on. I'm going to show you.
Going to Drew for the
I'm
easy
going to
ones.
show you Mr. Pibb
Yo, I'm gonna
first.
tell you right now. There's
'Cause
one
you
on
know
your
this.
list that I'm not even 100%
No, Mr.
sure.
Pibb?
Of.
No.
On Drew's list.
Yeah,
I've seen it before. I can't
Yeah.
lie. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Which
before.
one?
the next one.
All right. You baseball fan?
Oh.
Well, not that one.
Okay, I know.
I want to say I'm a baseball fan, but I like the Yankees.
Okay, even better. Okay. So who am I? I hit 3 home runs in the World Series.
It wasn't Derek.
No, you better give him a little more
Yeah,
than that.
yeah, that was a little.
Okay, I hit 3 home runs in a World Series game in the 70s.
In one game.
Right. I used to rock number 44
He was given this name because it happened to be.
In a certain month.
in October.
Well, let's see if he gets it.
What is Miss Halloween?
Come on.
Come on.
Remember
man.
what the first part is, right?
Just know that,
Mister
just know that
Yeah.
Drew messed it up already.
So what?
October.
yeah.
Hold on.
I had to give you a layup for one.
Did you?
What team was he on?
Yanks.
Oh.
New
The Yankees?
New
It's
York
Reggie
Yankees.
Jackson.
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson, Mr.
Yeah.
October.
Mr. October, you know that.
I wasn't
Not
born
everybody
in the
watches
70s.
baseball. Not everyone knows
Right.
baseball.
Yeah, but I
like
thought
that.
Mr. If you're a Yankee fan, you said you're a Yankee fan.
He said
am.
he started that, but he did say, I
Think-
guess
Ah.
I'm a baseball fan, but I'm a Yankee fan.
It's hot. Just like in the oven.
Go ahead, Craig.
All right. You watch The Matrix?
Parts.
You know what they called Keanu in The Matrix?
Kiana.
Mr. You know who Mr. Smith is in the Matrix?
Honestly, I haven't seen The Matrix in mad long.
I don't blame
I
you,
can't
neither
even
have I.
Come on, dog. That's from like 06.
You might
Might
be.
even be-
you
might even be
That
like
might
earlier
even
than
be
that.
spot on.
It might even be earlier than that.
Yeah, it could even be earlier.
I think it might be like
Really?
2020.
If you picture
2002?
years ago?
If you pictured a white dude who was always in the suit, he always used to call Keanu Reeves something every time he saw him.
I don't even know this answer.
Come on, Mr.
Oh.
Mr.
His name was Neo, but his last name, he called him by his last name.
The Dirty Bird. Who's the Dirty Bird?
Mr. Jamal
Jamal what?
Anderson.
There it is.
You know what I mean? I just need a hint sometimes, dog.
Hey,
If we talking football, then yeah. Come on.
All right, let's
Who you got, Nick?
I'm gonna. This is gonna be. I don't know how to do this one without sounding. I'm gonna tell you right now.
50%?
Yeah.
Probably
I'm
below.
like,
Probably,
below.
probably like one below. Right?
Maybe like 44.
Probably.
you're
How
2
many
for
have we
4
done?
with me. You're 2 for 4 with me, so
I'm
you're
like-
50%
I
with
think
me.
I'm two for 4 with Drew.
You got
1.5 for
one-
4.
You got two. You got 2 or 3 with me.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
you
I'm
probably,
hot.
You're
Okay.
over.
Yeah, he's
All right,
over.
we passing the test.
You get this right, you're over 50%.
Yep.
You get it wrong, you're right at 50.
Damn.
This Mister is not a person. This Mister is an animal.
Okay.
Who I'm not gonna do the. I was about to do the impression, but I'm not gonna do it. But he would neigh.
Y'all don't want me to get it right if you're not going to do the impression.
He would neigh.
To be honest
What
with
animal
you,
neighs?
I wouldn't have known this one.
Really?
No, I wouldn't have known
This is
this.
throwback. This is
Not sure that I would have either. I'm not
Really?
100%.
Thank you.
You
I
guys
got
don't
some-
know him?
Thank you.
Nah, I'll let you slide on this one because I wouldn't
There's
have known
one
this.
on yours
All
and
right.
one on yours that I'm
He's
not
a
100%
talking
who they are.
horse. Mr. That's my fault. Fuck it then. I fucked.
No. Where's it from, though? What, like,
It's from an old show. He
It's an
had his
old
own
show?
show. It was called Mr. This.
Hmm.
He was the talking horse that a kid used to go
got to
talk
pass.
to.
I can't do it.
It's Mr. Ed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that
Oh,
either.
I would have failed that. If that was on the
I'm
test,
saying,
I
I'd
would
never heard of him.
Well, if
Shout
you,
out to Craig and Drew for being on my
I
side.
got you on that one. I gotta help you on that
anybody from, I'm an old soul.
Yeah, you are.
Anybody
Oh,
from my
so-
generation,
All
maybe.
one. All right, I'm gonna give you my hardest one now to get out of the way.
You already
It's got to
did.
be the one that I don't know.
You already did.
No,
All right.
because I don't know.
That's
I don't know if
definitely
many people saw this.
I didn't. If
I did.
Okay,
This has a
so
chance.
my alter, my real name is Stan Ross.
Why do you do this? Why do you act like you're the person?
I don't know.
Just
That's
tell
just
him.
am I
the way
supposed
he's
to
Give him the
doing
clue.
it.
Just give him the clue.
It's my way to do it.
All
I
right,
know,
go ahead,
right?
Keep going. Keep
Come
going.
on,
Sorry, go
man.
ahead. Do your thing.
I'm almost at the free merchandise part.
Oh, you got a
You're
strategy.
killing me.
He's like, yeah.
My bad,
Killing
my
me,
bad.
yo. He's killing me.
All right, I'm a bad teammate. I play baseball.
Oh, I thought you were doing a different one. Damn, you make it so hard, man.
Why y'all doing me like that?
Bernie Mac played my character.
I would have came. Oh, my
Oh.
God.
I wanna give
Okay.
it too easy.
No, I thought
But
you
if
were
that
on
was the
that
case-
one.
Damn,
That's a
I
good
didn't want to
clue.
make it too
That
easy.
is.
Listen, if I would have known this, I would have came here. I would have came here sober. If I would have known y'all was throwing these curveballs like hardball, I
Why
would
do
have
you
came
think
here
we
sober.
give you one?
Y'all think y'all slick.
But that's
I
a
don't
good one
even
though.
drink wine.
Bernie Mac was the
Let me do
character.
my math.
You remember Bernie
1,000,
playing baseball?
You got it.
2,000. My favorite number is 4. What's in the middle? 2, 4. Oh, Mr. 3,000?
Hey,
All right, all right.
There we go.
That's called for some
That was
wine.
not your hardest one.
No,
You don't think so?
Your hardest one's coming.
because the one that I don't know is
Yeah.
still
No.
on your list.
Yeah, that's gonna be harder. Actually, it might not be. It might not.
Man.
It might not.
I'll tell you what,
It'll be
man,
hard
I
for
don't-
Craig.
These are
That
tough,
was a show
man.
growing up.
Which one?
Y'all got
These next
the
ones are
shared-
pretty
y'all got
easy for
shared
you.
notes?
Yeah, but only if he.
We
well,
know what
they
everyone's
come on.
is.
Is Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Famous cartoon movie. They were a family of superheroes, and the dad went by this. They just had a recent.
Mr. Incredible.
There you go.
Boom.
Damn.
Okay.
We cooking now.
Bang bang. Every time you get one wrong, you gotta just chug the whole.
We almost done anyway. I need some more. Yak yak.
We'll get it for
All
you.
right, Nick.
Me. So we're gonna go with. All right. I wear a monocle, which is the one eyeglass thing, and I have a top hat. And people like to eat.
Why you doing the eye thing?
Why you acting,
Why
right?
you doing
Why,
the
am
eye
I,
thing?
why is it you now?
Why is it you now?
Not a,
'Cause I
not a
was
shoes on the
thinking-
other foot.
Oh,
Let's
now
take
you
it.
like this.
All right,
strategy over
I
there,
did it
huh?
one time.
You got it.
Gosh forbid. Yeah, and people love to eat my nuts.
Pause.
I got a monocle, a top hat, a cane, and people love my nuts. I have a specific brand of nuts. They come in
Pistachios?
salty,
He's a pistachio.
honey roasted.
Oh. What is Mr. Planner? Is that his name?
You're
yeah,
there.
That's the
You're there.
company.
You're there.
And what's he make?
What kind of nuts?
It's not Mrs.
What's the main
it's
nut? No homo.
the main nut.
What's the first type of nut when people talk?
They make
It's so hard to
they
talk
make
about this.
they make really good butter.
Okay, that's probably an easier way to talk about it.
Yo, y'all wild.
What kind of nut butter is the best?
Mine.
This is for the
Plant-
kids.
Hold
PG.
on. Oh, man.
To be fair, if you ever been in the Whole Foods,
Man, you put this on bread with some jelly and you got yourself school lunch.
I don't know the name. Come on. I got close.
no, you know
No,
the
no,
name
no.
of
You
that
know type of
item.
nut.
That item,
Type of nut, not
Peanut.
yeah.
Mr.
Miss
Peanut butter.
No.
You said you put this on some bread with some
yeah,
jelly.
yeah.
But
That's
remember, I said it
awesome.
was just nuts. So it's
All right,
just
my
Mr.
bad. Peanut.
Mr.
There you
Super.
go.
Yeah.
Come on. I didn't know that was his name.
That's his name.
I didn't
I just
realize.
knew it was planners.
I didn't realize how tough it was going to be to talk about him until I started talking about him.
Yeah, it
And I was
started
like,
getting a
oh,
little. It
damn.
started getting a little south.
Just so you know,
Keep it going.
It started getting a little south.
All right.
Keep it going.
I'm the teacher who all the kids like to hang with.
Yeah, right.
This is a TV show or a movie?
TV show. I also used to teach Raven Simone.
Oh, that's where he's from.
not. Well, gotta keep going.
I'm the coolest gym teacher around.
What'd you say about? You said
That's
people
who
love
it is.
people love
You
to
know who it is. Come on, man.
people love to hang with him.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
played by Mark Curry.
I don't know the name.
Drew throws a lot of names out.
I don't know the name. No,
I'm
I
trying to
can't
make
do
it easier. You
Nah,
guys
yeah,
keep
I don't
saying
know.
it's
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
hard.
know.
you
I
got
don't
it.
know. I
I
don't know
don't
anybody's
know
other
the
name.
name.
You know, hanging with.
Mr.
Duh.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought you were gonna finish it for us right there.
Come on.
I just don't know his name.
All right, who's the receiver for the Dallas Cowboys?
Amari.
Now, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, there you go.
Hanging with
Nah.
Mr. Cooper. You don't know
All
that?
right.
I couldn't get the. I
With
know.
Mark
Once you said Raven Simone, I'm like, okay, yeah. Now we cooking. The stove is lit. We ain't put the grease in the pan yet, but we cooking.
Grease never made it.
Grease never made it.
Never made it.
It's all over the floor.
Didn't go that far.
It's all over the floor.
We
Clean
spilled
up on aisle 3.
Man, I can't.
right.
These are warm, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
All
Come on,
right.
man. You
I
know,
think
just
that makes you
another day
3
cooking.
for 6, and I got one more for you.
I'm 50 then.
We're back
Right, that's what I'm saying. So your last one will be everything, unless I get free merchandise.
over here.
Craig's next ones are gonna be very
Tough.
gettable. No,
The-
very.
Gettable?
Yeah.
He said
We're
so.
back on the superheroes.
Here
There's
we go.
4 of them. They're a family, but they're not. They don't look alike. They just happen to be a family. And this guy stretches really far. If you think of a foursome of superheroes,
And his name starts with Mr.
Stop, man. We already know it start with Mister.
if you
There's four.
you got
Mr.
the,
Stretch.
the blank four, right?
Close.
They made a couple
What's
movies.
his
that
real
were
name?
all
Oh, Mr.
trash.
Elastic.
Nah.
Okay.
but they
Damn.
they
Right.
call him.
Yeah.
What do they really
right.
call him?
He is elastic. You're right, but he's part of the blank four. They made a couple movies that were all trash.
Damn, you just gonna throw him under the bus
Yeah.
like that.
As a matter of fact,
Jessica
Michael
Alba
B.
was
Jordan was in one.
Oh, he was.
He was the fire dude
Really?
recently.
He was the Human Torch.
Yeah, it's most recently.
He was the Human Torch. Jessica Alba. Oh no, that was the other one.
The other one
The
was
other one was Jessica Alba
Yeah.
as the Invisible Woman.
She's
Yep.
great, by the way.
There
This
was
came
some-
out last year, didn't
Someone
it?
played
A while ago, probably
someone
a few
played
years ago.
The Thing.
But the blank four,
You know the Thing with the rocks.
The Torch.
they're also known as the first family.
Are they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They were one of the first superhero families.
Craig's a comic book guy, so he knows
Yeah.
his stuff.
Yeah, you know I'm out of there.
When someone does something really well, they say you did a blank job.
Bang up.
That's more. Think of like your white teacher writing
Yeah.
something on your paper, like you did a job.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic.
There you
go.
go.
All right.
Sometimes you got to give me these hints, man.
Yeah.
I just need to know. I just need to know why the
Why the
teacher
teacher
was
had to be white.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
right?
I just feel like it's like a very fantastic,
Yeah,
Marquise. You
I
did
heard that a lot.
fantastic.
You know how they used
I
to
heard that
write
a
it
lot.
too in the
Yeah.
red and it
And
had
the
an
red,
exclamation
exactly.
mark underneath
With the
it.
smiley
Yeah.
face?
Smiley.
With a smiley
Yeah.
face? With
We
a
like
little
to-
star?
White
I
people
don't know, man.
suck.
I just feel like
Chill. I love my
suck.
white friends.
Yeah, we're okay.
First of all, I'm trying to think of
half
like,
of us,
I can't. With
a third of us, maybe 1/10.
like
Man,
growing
I
up.
love my white friends. I don't care what they talking about. Arroz con leche.
All right,
Yeah, this is
Sure,
a Spanish show. Fuck the white people.
got about
Jesus,
3 minutes here.
Drew.
So
All right. So
Nick, you
so
already
buzz
took
through
a
these
shot at
last
them.
ones.
Fuck it.
all right. Ready? Okay.
I'm just
This
kidding.
guy,
Kind
he
of.
can literally change his whole body. He can put his ear where his leg goes, his arm where his eye goes, his nose where his thigh is.
man, you better tell him the movie.
He can change up his whole face. He happens to be friends with Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep and Jesse.
So we're talking about Toys Story.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Kind of look like me in the head. I got a 5 head. So we're going to shout out Mr. Potato Head.
There we go. There we go.
Drew?
All right, this is a big one. This is for it all. Are you? I'm not even gonna say that. All right. I use my frostbit foot to save Winona Ryder.
Wow.
Say that again.
I used my frostbit foot
Frostbite.
to save frostbitten. My bad.
Yeah, same shit.
That's that wine.
I used my frostbitten foot to save Winona Ryder. Some call me Longfellow.
Winchestertonville, Iowa.
Winchesterton Fieldville.
Winchestertonville, Iowa.
He had a water fountain
of Hawaiian
of
Punch.
Hawaiian Punch.
You see my face?
I saw it.
This is for the free merchandise. You know that, right? This is big.
Come on, man. I feel like I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Adam Sandler played the character.
I'll take a black bomber jacket, a black hoodie.
If you do something good for somebody, you did a good.
Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. I know what it is. You know what it is? I know what it is. Hold on. D-E-E. D. Mr. Deed.
No.
Oh, no.
Incorrect. Free merchandise for Drew.
Pluralize.
Pluralize it.
Deeds.
Listen,
Come on, man. Y'all know where I was going. Y'all know where I was going.
That was good
You got
enough.
it.
That was good
Y'all
enough.
know where I was
Alright.
going, though. I had to think. Once he
Alright.
said Adam Sandler, I'm like, okay.
So for some reason, all of mine are in this superhero realm.
Because that's
Come
you.
on,
For
man.
good
this
reason.
is a super villain, Batman villain. He likes things really cold. Arnold Schwarzenegger played him in a movie.
Mr. Ice?
Nah.
Think.
What does
you
ice
got
do?
it. You got it. You're on the right track. Yeah. What's water do to turn to ice?
Mr. Melt.
No.
No.
Opposite.
Water to ice.
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. That's it.
I need some of them ice in my cup right now. And the way we playing right now, I got some yak in the cup.
Last one.
Last one. This guy brings you your mail.
Hold up, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Yeah, wait a minute,
So,
Mr. Postman.
I couldn't have even asked.
Yes, that's
I
I
awesome.
couldn't have asked for a
That's
better
awesome.
transition
Come on.
to our next segment.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment.
Thank you.
Well, we're back, and we're here for our
Oh, shit,
last
are we back?
segment. Yeah, we are back. I'm so sorry. I kind of rushed into that. But I had to try to do it quick because Keith made the perfect transition into our next segment, which if anybody knows Keith, you know that he is a Jersey club connoisseur.
Facts.
If you've ever
It's
heard...
not Baltimore club music.
No.
I'm playing.
It's Jersey
I'm
club.
playing.
People get
I'm
confused,
playing.
but it is Jersey club. That's how I've always known it. And Keith bumps it all the time. He DJs a little bit too. He bumps it when he DJs. If he throws a party, it's bumping. He's in the car, it's bumping. If it's around, it's on.
It's bumping.
It's happening.
Don't matter. It's bumping.
It's bumping. So, what we're gonna do is we are going to play 12 of the more classic Jersey club songs.
Throwback.
Keith is gonna rank them as we go. I'm sorry, rate them as we go. 1
And
through
do
10.
the dance to them.
If we had more room, I would definitely do that.
I might fall if I start dancing right now.
And then we're going to, at the end, I'm going to show him the list, and then he's going to rank them from top to bottom. And we'll actually rank them from bottom to top so you can find out what his number one classic Jersey club song is.
Let's get it.
Without further ado, Craig, please play the first track.
It's so crazy how I literally just ended the last segment with this song, and then it's the first song on the list. Let me see this. Let me see this song. Hey,
The perfect
Oh.
segue.
that's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need.
It's the first time we've had dancing on our show too.
Mr.
Yes.
Postman.
That's all I
like
need.
So that was it.
I'm not even going to lie.
1 to
That
10.
might be my favorite.
I think it's
Hey,
mine.
I just think it's so smooth. It's so
I don't
smooth.
know. I got some favorites. 1 to 10.
1 to 10. What do you think? Mr. Postman.
1 through 10, from listening to Mr. Postman from my childhood,
It's a classic.
I'm gonna give that a strong 9.
Okay.
Ooh, strong.
It's a strong
Strong
nine.
9.
I like it.
Strong
like it.
9.
So
All right.
we're gonna go. We're gonna go with another one. Actually, I don't think they're in the same order on the computer, so I'm gonna just let
Yeah,
you
I'm
ride.
just gonna. I'm just
Just
gonna
go for
go.
it. Just
Go
play
with
'em.
what we got here.
They're
so
all good.
Here,
Let's
here
go.
comes the next one.
They're all classics.
All right.
Girl, watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl.
Hey,
Watch out for
This
the big
one, yo.
girl. Watch out
Every
for the
party.
big girl. Watch
Every
out for
party.
the big girl. Watch out
All the
for
the big girls got down to this
that's all I
one.
need.
yo.
That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Yes, sir.
For this one, I'm gonna give this just because there weren't too many big girls in the party.
Thank God.
It wasn't too many big girls in the party. I'm gonna give this one a 6.
Okay.
But that's a strong 6.
Strong. Six.
because it is
That's
classic.
a strong 6.
It is classic.
It's classic. That's a strong 6.
Okay.
If there were enough big girls in the party for us to all hop on, give me that a 9.5.
You heard
That shit was classic.
We're gonna have a
though.
special
I remember
part.
hearing that shit everywhere.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right. You ready?
DJ Craig.
Here we go.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the
Cut
percolator.
it.
Classic.
You didn't
Right.
gotta
Time
play
for
it
the
that long.
It's like
percolator.
the classic.
It's time for the percolator. If that's not a 10 in anybody's
Right.
book, it's time for the percolator. If you play that at a cookout, a birthday party, any old school party, they on the floor. Y'all can't see my feet.
Yep.
Y'all can't see my feet right now. But it's time for the percolator. Strong 10.
Strong.
Crazy.
Sam.
Strong 10.
We got a favorite.
Crazy
we got
legs.
a favorite. Folks.
Crazy legs all day.
All day. You can play that now when they going crazy.
All right, play the next one if it's in order.
Well, I don't know if it is, but here we go.
It'll take a little longer to go in. Yep.
You know what it is.
Got a dollar. Got a dollar.
Gotta let it go.
One finger in the air.
Hey.
Put one finger in the air.
Girls moved it to this one.
Let's go.
I got to chill. It's a...
You guys are
Gotta let it hit there. Gotta
dancing
party.
on my wire.
Get it.
Stop. Swing that shit.
Classic.
1 to 10.
Classic.
1 to
Swing
10.
that shit. I'm gonna give that a 7.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give that
Is
a
it
7.
is it a solid 7?
No, it didn't
A
sound like
strong
a strong 7.
It's a regular 7.
It's just a regular 7.
Regular
You know why? Swing that. That was a dance for both males and females.
Yeah.
So y'all get on the floor, y'all both
Yeah.
swing that. So I'm gonna give that a 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that one a
Respect.
7.
Respect.
Okay.
This next one is a later one.
Are you sure that?
If it's in order,
I
in
think
order?
so.
It
I
gotta
think
be
I
in
think I
order.
did in order.
All right,
I think this
we'll
next
check.
one in high school was when this was really big.
Let's
And
say it,
I
Craig.
hope
the
it's
person
in
that-
order. I have
the
no
person
idea.
that
I'm
did
not
it
even
the
looking
best.
at the list.
If it plays, the person that did the best was Rob
Oh shit!
Conyers.
Here we go.
Shout out to Rob Cross. I'm not even gonna do my man like this. Shout out to Rob.
The split at the barbershop.
Tell me
Hey,
if I
yo.
picture Rob dancing to this.
Nah, hold up. Let it play. Jamal. They said RC had the best Wu-Tang in this. You know who had the best Wu-Tang in this? Jay Sweet 16? When Cornell came in like this? Yo, that was the best Wu-Tang I ever seen. Cornell came in with the white do-rag on, with the arms. Weekend Wu-Tang. I looked at Jamal and said, yo, Cornell wildin', yo. But Wu-Tang, I'm gonna give that a solid 8.
Okay.
No matter what, when you play that Wu-Tang, you had children, parents, kids thinking they had the best Wu-Tang, so I'm gonna give that a solid 8.
I like it.
It's
All
a
right,
solid 8.
well,
I like it. This
Hey,
is classic.
This is a common theme in today's
What?
cast.
Oh yeah.
You
Okay.
ready
yeah.
for it?
It's peanut butter jelly time.
Oh,
Peanut butter
man, we
jelly
just
time.
talked about
Peanut
this.
butter
That was a
jelly
classic.
time. Where you at? Where you at?
Little guy dancing on the
There you
video.
go. There you go.
That's the banana dance.
Yeah.
on, how do I know
Always
that?
the banana.
Peanut butter jelly.
And I know what it is. I know what
Because
it's a classic.
These are classics.
Peanut butter
Peanut
jelly
butter
with a
jelly
baseball
with a
bat.
baseball bat. That's a home run.
Home
Peanut
run.
butter jelly with a baseball bat. That's a home run.
Uh-oh.
What's the rate? What's the rating?
Peanut butter jelly. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give that a 6.
Oh,
You know why I'm gonna
Six.
give that a
Okay.
6? You know why? It's
Why?
a classic and all,
it's played out.
but it's not played out. But when you play that, it doesn't get too many people hyped up.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Touche.
All right.
Kind of like
All
the
right.
pop version.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
what.
That's fair.
You know, it is what it is when it comes.
That song's for the
Shout
white
out
people.
to Big Abe,
Fuck 'em.
just came through.
Big Abe.
Abe in the building. Abe in
Big
the
Gabe
building.
in the
Big
spot
Abe.
got
Got
trouble.
the JAD on.
Any
Uh,
repping.
Yeah.
Any repping. Any
Oh, double
Oh!
layer.
Double
We might
repping.
need Abe to come over for the
double
camera and do
layers. Double layers.
All right.
Man.
All right. What's
That's
the next?
love.
What's the next
Wow.
track?
Yo, that hoodie is tough. I need one of them.
Ready?
Okay.
Huh?
Is that
Here
the
we
same
go.
one?
Same one.
You get stuff for free. What do you mean?
We gonna drop
Well,
this
yeah,
one.
now I do. That's what I'm saying. I need one
Nah,
of them.
man, I was above 50. You better get this sticker.
All right, here we go.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes
We should have
in this
Abe
house.
sit
I'm
right
telling
here
you,
and dance with it.
Some of the best memories of my life happened to these songs.
For
real, man.
What's crazy is when we were younger, we didn't know what he was talking about.
Oh, no,
What is a
no.
whore?
Yeah.
She's in
No,
his
no.
house?
Oh, I don't think
A
people know
hooer.
that too. This is not hoe. This song is
Whore.
whores. There's some
Whores in this house.
Whores.
in this house.
Whores.
That's real nuts.
You didn't know that? Yo, it's not
Whores.
hoe.
didn't
Whores. Whores in this house.
And apparently
But,
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
this had two versions on here. This disc, the Doo-Doo Brown version and the original.
Oh,
version.
Doo-Doo Brown.
That's the whole version. The
Doo-Doo
Doo-Doo
Brown.
Brown.
From the East Side Browns.
There's some whores in this house. I'm gonna give that a 7.
You know, Keys is for the
That's-
kids, so you can't give it higher than a 7.
You know what I mean? I could go higher than a 7.
It beat swing. It beat swing that shit.
I
you
think
know
if
what I
they
mean?
said hose, it would
You
have
got
been
the
closer to an
ratings
8.
marked down? You've been...
Yep.
Oh, the top ones. Yeah,
I can't. This is a file.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
but
All right.
but it's okay.
Number one is the percolator.
Right
Percolator
now,
so
it is.
far,
Yeah.
so far. But
Percolator
that's
top
gotta
of
be-
the list.
Okay.
Yep.
So next one.
Let's get it.
All right, here we go.
He wanted to get up.
I can stand up.
He wanted to.
Nah, I ain't even want to do it. I'm gonna sit there. Way to play.
She got a big old dookie booty, dookie booty, dookie booty, dookie booty, dookie
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh man. Wait till you hear the next one.
Don't do it like
Booty,
that.
what we got?
Don't do it like that. Dookie booty. Solid 9.
Solid 9.
Solid 9 for the Dookie Booty.
What,
Dookie
what else?
Booty.
What else did you give a 9? You gave 2 9s and you gave 1
I
10.
gave 110.
We got a
Mr.
9 for
Postman.
Mr. Postman.
Yep.
Mr. Postman.
Oh yeah,
was a
Mr.
solid
Postman.
9.
Man, you can't go wrong.
Mr.
With that.
Postman is better than Dookie Booty, no?
See, you don't have the
You know what it
the
is?
life of
You
Mr.
know what
Postman
it
is like a 9.2.
No, I love Mr. Postman.
You know what it
That's
is,
my
though?
joint. But
You know
like
what it is?
the stuff that was happening to these songs,
Yeah.
like, I have those pictures in my head every time I hear them. I go,
I can't let him go.
oh my god,
I can't let him go.
oh, it's awesome.
I can't
Yo,
let it go.
downstairs.
Forgot.
The way
Downstairs at Abyss?
people will react to these songs,
Oh, yeah.
that's what my ratings
Just
are.
at
going on.
Abyss.
Dog,
Oh,
downstairs
dog?
at Abyss.
Yeah.
We used
Come
to
on,
be.
dog. It was a
different
rocking
world.
to this.
Dookie Booty.
Wait, what was that? You said 9.
9.
All right, next
Nine.
one. Go ahead.
That's
Next
all
one's
right.
gonna need a little build up.
Okay.
All
We
right.
might have to
Let it
fast
play.
forward this a
You
little
want me
bit.
to?
Yeah, go for it.
How would you like to go see the school counselor? How would you like to go see the school counselor? How would you like to go see the school counselor? How would you like to go see the school counselor? How would you like to go see the school counselor? How would you
Oh,
like to go see
man.
the school counselor?
It'll
How
go.
would you like to go see the school counselor? How would you like to go see the school
goes for a
counselor?
little bit,
How would you
though.
like to go
But see,
see
I
the
remember
school
people would be
counselor?
looking
How
at
would
each
you
other
like
when
to
this
go
be like-
see the school counselor?
All right.
How would you like to go see the school counselor?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was, suck my butt.
Suck my
butt. Suck my butt.
Ah, this is for the kids. This is for the kids.
Oh,
This
my
is for the kids. This is for the kids.
bad.
This is
Two,
for the
right?
kids.
A 2.
This
So,
is for the kids. This is for the
Suck
kids.
my balls.
Oh, you had to say it. Oh,
Out of
man.
10. Out of 10, how do you feel about suck my balls?
Just off the strength, y'all gotta remember, man. I do this for the kids, man.
All right,
I
so
do this for the kids.
Go ahead, give it a low.
I'm not gonna go too low. I'm not gonna go too low because we're not doing the limbo. I'm gonna give that a 6.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
6.
So now we're going into a very special section of Jersey Club.
Okay, let's get it.
Okay. Here we go.
Let it play.
For the kids.
These were for the kids.
For the kids.
It's for the kids. Oh. Hey. Hey. Stop. Stop. I'm getting hard. Stop.
All right, stop it.
Oh, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. It's
For the kids.
It's for the
For
kids.
the
goddamn
It's for the
kids.
kids.
Someone get this guy more Martell.
Kid. It's for the kids. Nah, man. Me growing up, I was a huge SpongeBob fan. Shout out to my Uncle June. He passed away. But he
R.I.P.
actually, he had me watching SpongeBob. And, growing up, watching him watch SpongeBob, he knew all, those adult jokes that were on SpongeBob
Right,
that we
right,
didn't know
yeah,
as kids. So I see him laughing, I'm laughing. I don't even know what he laughing at. I don't even know what he laughing at. But as I grew up and I got older, I'm like, this is what my uncle was laughing at? You know what I mean? But I'm going to give SpongeBob, that's going to get a 9. That's going to get another 9.
For the kids.
It's for the kids.
For
And
the kids.
the way the girls reacted to when SpongeBob was over, arching their back.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you think they reacted well to SpongeBob, play the next one.
All right.
Let's get it, Craig. If y'all don't know, these are real Jersey Club classics. Growing up, we heard these at every party.
Everywhere.
I don't want to name no names, but if you was on Fairview, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
If
it.
you was on Fairview Center, 2nd, 3rd, or Nick. or Nick, you know all about this.
Dora.
All right, so we got one more.
What,
Okay.
what's
What'd
the
you rate
rating
that,
on
right?
Dora?
Oh, I'm
So
so,
Dora-
sorry, so sorry.
Dora,
there.
she gonna get a solid 7. I'm not gonna put her in the same category as SpongeBob.
No, yeah.
I can't put her in the same category
She
because
don't
you still
belong.
see SpongeBob till this day.
You skip on this one on purpose?
You don't see Dora every day, but Dora, she gonna get a solid 7
For the kids.
Solid 7
Okay.
for the kids. Swiper, no swiping.
You see,
Oh,
they got a live action Dora the
Yeah,
Explorer movie
it's
coming
trash.
out.
They should have got Katya Elise Henry to play it. You ever seen her and Dora?
Oh man,
It's for the kids. Katya
For
ain't
the
for
kids.
Are
the
13-year-olds
kid.
not kids?
Bruh.
For the kids.
Bruh.
I would take that. Mom, I want the Dora movie for Christmas.
oh man.
I want it, and you can't watch me watch it.
You thinking of a different entertainment company putting out that Dora the Explorer.
Disgusting.
Hey, entertainment's entertainment.
Hey,
Just depends on who finishes.
all right.
Oh,
Let's wrap this
Nympho
thing up
Nick
here.
back again.
So here we go.
Last one. Last one.
Let's get it. And no one understands. Mom and Dad and Vicky always. Bitch, what?
Is that you in the song?
It might be.
This was later. These
It
were
might
later.
be.
The cartoon jump offs came later. But they came.
Yeah, they came.
They came all right.
They came.
So,
1 out of 10.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Again, I'm not gonna give Dora, and I'm not gonna give the Timmy Odd Parents, Fairly Odd Parents.
Timmy
Who were
Turner.
Timmys? They were Timmys.
Timmy's, yeah.
Timmy Turner, Timmy had it burn. Nah, but on the real, I'm not gonna put those above the SpongeBob Club song.
I hear you.
That
Can't.
SpongeBob that SpongeBob Club song was something exclusive.
It was.
Something exclusive. So again, I'm gonna give this one a solid 7.
Okay.
All right.
Solid 7.
So where would you say Icky Vicky lands on the list of top diss songs?
Icky Vicky, you're so icky. From Chip Skylark.
Yep.
This song's
Was
One
there a
thing-
better diss in a cartoon ever?
that might have been the hardest cartoon diss song ever.
Yo, he
Icky
did. He pulled.
Vicky.
He pulled the Drake on him. He made it a hit.
You're so icky. Icky Vicky.
Yeah,
If
I
I
don't
rate
remember
that,
any of
I'm
how
gonna give
it
that a
goes.
9.
What? Icky Vicky.
Icky Vicky. Nah, I'm giving that a 9.
Icky Vicky.
You're so
Awesome.
icky. That's a 9.
All right.
So,
So,
well, then
So the percolator's
So
the
we're
one.
gonna
through
take-
the ratings, we
It's time
already
for the
know.
percolator.
well,
who's
we
number
know
one.
for a fact.
It's time for the percolator.
The Percolator is number 1.
All time.
All
By-
time
by
classic.
far.
Top Jersey Club song.
So maybe
Time for the
instead of
percolator.
doing a full ranking,
Top 3.
we know
Top
yeah,
3.
Let's do a top 3 and a bottom 1.
Okay.
So we got Percolator as number 1. Here's the
Let me
list
see
to
the
help
list.
you out.
Let me see the list.
So we got number 1 is the Percolator. What is number 2?
Number 1, the Percolator. That takes the cake. Number 2 on my classic Jersey Club song list. Let me look at it.
You have Mr. Postman or something, or SpongeBob, I think.
You already
These
said
two
it.
nines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the list, Mr. Postman.
Hey,
Mr.
Number
that's
2.
That's my joint right there.
brought the mail.
Number 2, Mr. Postman. Number 1 is Time for the Percolator. Number 3 on that list. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Number 3 on that list.
I'll tell you which. I know what you ranked highest out of all these. I'm interested to see if you make it that.
Number 3 on that list is going to have to be. I had to swallow. Pause.
Yeah.
It's Time for the Percolator, number 1. Number 2, Mr. Postman. Number 3, I'm going to have to go with. Yo, why y'all laughing, yo? Why y'all laughing? Number 3, I'm going to have to go with.
It's got to be
a
one of
tough
the one of the two. It's got to be this one
It's going to be a tough
or
one.
that one. 8 or
It's going
10.
to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one.
I'll let you tie him.
You
if
know what?
want.
This is what we're going to do. Number 1, it's Time for the Percolator. Number 2, Mr. Postman. Number 3, Dookie Booty. Number 4, which is my favorite number, we're going to go with SpongeBob.
Okay.
Classics only.
Ready, kids?
So,
Classics only.
but
least favorite?
what are you getting rid of? You got to get rid of it. You can never listen to it again for the rest of your life.
Never get.
You just can't play ever again.
Forever.
You'll never hear it again. But you get to hear all the others.
Honestly, I'm going to get rid of 2
Oh,
on
shit.
this list.
Oh,
We're
shit.
going to throw them in the trash or put them in a bag.
Wait. Before you do that, can you guess which one he's going to throw out? Can you guess which
I
one
gotta
he's
see
gonna
the
throw out?
names again, and I'll tell you.
Get your guess on. Which one you think I'm going to throw out?
I'm not 100%.
Well, you
sure,
have
but he
to
gave
throw
us
"Suck
6
My
to
Balls"
Suck My
out just
Balls
for the kids.
For the kids.
Well,
but
the Suck
My-
but you
That's
don't want
gotta
to
be
get rid of
thrown
that
out.
track
It's
forever.
tough to get rid of.
There's not always going to be kids around.
There's 2 I'm going to get rid of.
Door.
2 I'm going to get
I'll
rid
tell
of
you right now.
Name
Downstairs
'em.
at a biz, Suck My Balls created environments.
for the kids.
Not for the kids. Well, we were kids. We were kids.
Throw 'em
Peanut
out.
butter and jelly time. Could you get rid of that?
You
I don't
you
need
pick your top 2. You should guess now.
I don't need peanut butter and jelly time, and I
Okay.
don't need
Drew doesn't need any of these.
I don't need Dora.
Drew hates these.
Okay.
Definitely don't need Dora.
Peanut butter and jelly, indoor, Drew said.
But Suck My Balls, you got it for the kids.
Craig,
For the
let's see what
kids.
you guess.
Fairly Odd
man.
Parents, I don't need either.
Well, I think he's definitely going to get rid of one of those.
I feel like you gave, for some reason, you gave Swing That Shit a pretty low ranking.
Nah,
But
you
he
gave it a
can't
7.
get rid of it. You can't get
Yeah.
rid of it. He gave
But
it a
7. It was
yeah,
alright.
I'd probably say, ooh,
Tough.
shit.
Tough.
I'd probably throw Dora out myself,
Yeah.
personally.
Let me sip this yak.
And then,
That was a tough one, man. Dora was popping.
Yeah, I can't throw any of those other ones out. I can't.
So here's what I'm gonna say.
Top
I'm
two.
gonna say
Classics.
Top two, Nick.
he's gonna get rid of Fairly. He's gonna get rid of Fairly Odd Parents. That's one he's gonna get rid of.
Man, they think they know.
Ooh. I don't like how that came up.
Man, they think they know.
You remember the track?
And I would have.
Man, I still bump it.
It
Come
was
on.
It was on a.
Which
it was
one?
On a,
Playing.
Our track with
Playing.
Patty B.
What are you
was
talking
on
about,
man, they
one
think
of the
they know.
JAD episodes.
Come on, man. Stop playing with me.
Nips
I bump
remix.
all my boys' stuff.
Yep.
I bump all my boys' music.
All right, so my top one is Mr. Postman. That's my shit.
Yeah.
It's just so smooth. Every time it plays, I get in a good mood. And
Okay.
I got some happy memories to that song. But
Okay.
All right.
that's besides the point.
Mr.
So what are you getting rid of?
What are we
Legendary, though.
dropping?
Well,
What's the
percolator,
problem?
it's like not even, it's its own category.
What are we
White
dropping?
people play the percolator.
My top two that I'm gonna get
Racist
rid of
Nick.
from
Bottom
this
two.
From this list. Top two. Number one, like I said, is for the kids.
All right.
Suck my balls.
Done, right?
Gone.
I told you.
Ouch.
Number two.
Get rid of Scarface.
Number two. Dora gotta go.
Yeah, see? Your boy was right. I got more free merchandise.
I thought Dora would beat the Fairly Odd Parents.
You know why? Because I feel like Very Odd Parents still plays to this day.
Yeah, so okay, Dora's gone, and so is
Suck my balls.
Suck my balls.
Suck my balls.
Suck my balls.
I never thought I'd say this in my life, but I am sad to see Suck My Balls go. But I think that's a good way to end the cast. So once again, we want to thank Mr. Just Another Day, Marques Jackson himself, for stopping by.
Thank you.
Keish, you got anything you want to tell the people? What's coming up? Where should they look for you?
Tell them.
Number one, I want to give a huge shout out to Arroz con Leche for having me on the show. Shout out to my boy Craig. Shout out to my boy Nick. Shout out to my boy Drew. Also, the spring release has just dropped. Be sure to check out the website, justanotherDayInc.com. I also want to give a huge shout out to my boy K Fuller Photography, my boy Loon, Fresh Films, because without them, I won't be where I am. And it's just another day.
Speaking of that, we are going to leave you guys with a song of the day as always. And this one is going to be brought to you by Just Another Day. The song is called Just Another Day, and it's by Keith, Loon, and Monte. Please.
Less talking,
Enjoy.
more action.
Arroz con leche. We out.
You're listening to DJ
It's a celebration and we turn it up. And you know I got the drink in my cup. If you want a shot, you better pop it up. I'm with my friends and family, man, you know what's up. We having a party. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. New year, new me, yeah, I'm feeling blessed. JD got it stitched on the left chest. I'm with my fam and my friends and we celebrating. I ain't worried about the gossip, I don't do the hating. I'm just waiting for my time, I've been patient. Y'all be worried about these games, PlayStation. We could party at the crib, that's a lituation. Club 95, pull up, that's the location. I told Moon if I make it, you gon' make it too. 2 shots of Henny, please, no Grey Goose. My bro Cam flew up from ATL. This a throwaway party, but don't tell. For my birthday, we grillin', no club. I'm just tryna make love, get a back rub. Shorty got a man, I told her ass don't act up. I'm the type to come through until your back up. It's a celebration and we turn it up. And you know I got the drink in my cup. If you want a shot, you better pop it up. I'm with my friends and family, man, you know what's up. We having a party. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. Stepped out fresh and fly. Please don't kill my vibe. Pull up, look alive. It's lit at 95. It's lit at 90. So many bottles, I don't know which way they came from. It's all Gucci cause I'm coolin' with my day ones. Oh, you grown, go ahead and do the damn thing. Watch me get it 2-step with the champagne. Hanging out the roof in the slow lane. Ain't no backing down, I've been working on my post game. It's just another day, we do our own thing. Line it up and keep it moving like the Soul Train. It's a celebration and we turn it up. And you know I got the drink in my cup. If you want a shot, you better pop it up. I'm with my friends and family, man, you know what's up. We having a party. It's just another
another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. Who else came to party? It's just another day. So let's get it started. Just gone and ride away. We gon' go retarded. Then I come here to play. This ain't for the weak hearted. It's just another day. It's just another day, so get your groove on. Drop some money on the feet to make them choose on. Air poking right out of here like satellite. Hit it mixing with the Sprite, going up, taking flight. We got the sound, we got the rhythm that move your feet. Dropping it down, scraping the ground, shaking for me. Back in the town, it's going down, we getting geek. Really me down, gauge the sound from all the keys.
It's a celebration and we turn it up. And you know I got the drink in my cup. If you want a shot, you better pop it up. I'm with my friends and family, man, you know what's up.
We having a party. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another